Okay, we're going to talk about sheet metal today. What you see in front of you is just a very basic sheet metal process using flanges. Most sheet metal uses flanges. I know that may sound funny, but get used to using the word. There are four basic flange types within SolidWorks, and they are your base flange, which is what you probably do most of your modelling with, your mitre flange, your edge flange, and your tab, or what we is a boss flange. Boss meaning it just extrudes it into the shape. So that is basically what we're going to do today. This will probably be one, maybe two exercises, but I'll just zoom in to show you what we've got. And also I'll just unfold this, and if I just hold the face that I want to do and bends to unfold, click that one, that one, that one, and that one, and this is when it won't do it for me. I'm sure it won't. I'm just clicking all the bends on it. Let's say I'll show you how to do this in a sec. I'll say collect all bends, and let's see if it does it. There we go. And there's my net that I can. As I say, this is in aluminium. I actually use it, or have used it in the past, for doing packaging, and then doing save out as a DXF file. Just go to File, Save As. There we go, onto there. And if I go down to DXF or DWG, I can then bring that in and laser cut it, and I know then that I have a precise net to actually construct it. And to put it back, if I just go back to fold, and I just say collect all bends, and then give it a tick, it should then fold back up to what I want to do. So sheet metal actually is quite a valuable tool, not just for doing sheet metal, you can do it for packaging as well. Okay, so what I'm going to do for this one is just show you how to do it. And I say this is very basic, and we will evolve this once you've got to grips with it. I just point out also that you're running a higher version of SolidWorks than I am. You've got the full Monty. I have Professional, which is the next one down, which is more than enough for me. But you do have an unfold button. I think, and somebody can correct me on this, it's under the direct editing module. See, I don't have that there, so I can only use it in sheet metal. And what is interesting is I did do a champagne bottle neck cover for a local champagne producer, and I tried to use, this is the funny thing, I tried to use SolidWorks to do it, and I could get so far and I could unfold it, but the guys actually ended up doing it in Rhino. Although I don't think Rhino's got the unfold thing. I think in terms of Rhino, they managed to project the curve, etc. But it has its pros and cons, and it should have been able to be done in SolidWorks. But anyway, we'll move on. So to start with, what you need to do is go to File, New. I'll just check I am recording. Yes, I am. Okay, a new part as always. Okay. And then I'm going to go. I've got my drawings there, haven't I? So I need to go to Sketch, and I'm going to go in the front plane, and I'm going to draw a centre line, and I'm going to come out here somewhere and out to there, and I want this centre of this line to be coincident to that centre there, and that is now from it. So if I just drag that line out, it's the same as doing a symmetric thing, but I just want to do that in that way. I then want to draw a solid line from there up to about there, round to there, and down. Now you could do that with a rectangle tool, and it's just really, what floats your boat in that way. So smart measurement on here, go up to 420, Okay, and the side ones at 76 in height. Okay, now let's come out of that sketch for a moment. Or I could go straight into the what are we doing today? We're doing sheet metal. Yeah, the sheet metal tab. And I could go to base flange, and it goes through and it automatically selects the sketch that I've got. So I'm still in that sketch. Now, what is interesting here is actually gone with the parameters that I've been using previous. But just to double check that, you need to make sure that your boxes are correct. SolidWorks has also updated a lot since I started, so some of these new bits and pieces are new to me. So with your direction 1, it needs to be blind, and you need to put a figure in there of 240 millimeters. Okay, and you want to double check that you are using sheet metal gauge. So just click on that one there and select the table, and you want sample aluminium. Now, gauge metal thickness of metal is measured by gauge. The higher the number, the thinner the sheet. So on that, it's default to gauge 10. You want gauge 20, and I'll give you a sheet or a table that actually equates to that, and you can preload tables for SolidWorks. And if you ask Mark, he should hopefully go through gauges with you on that. I tend to use this, as I said before, for packaging. So and that is not the thickness of card is not in gauges, it's in GSM. But if you've got the table, you can then actually simulate the two from that. Just to quickly go down on that, these radius here should be 3 millimeters. So you just want to change that one there to 3. And K factor, bend allowance, it is a mathematical calculation that allows to calculate the sort of bend aspect. Or you can give, if you take on that, you might be given a bend allowance, bend deduction, or bend calculation. But K factor is fine just for this, for the meantime, on that. And just make sure that bend allowance is grayed out for you. So I'm going to give that a tick, because we've actually completed that, and I will then go on to, you'll see the part arrive. So that's basic sheet metal, and I've got 2 base flanges formed in the ends. Now what I want to do now is actually add in some flanges on these sides. Now it's quite interesting, this there are different types of flanges, I've said, but there's also different types of relief that you can have, and we've got automatic relief set up at the moment, so just leave it at that for the time being. So if you turn over there to get into that position, and then just zoom right in to this edge here. So rather than going to sketch this time, the shortcut to do this, we go to insert, come down to sketch, okay, and then click on that line there, and you'll notice that your UCS has changed. So actually you're drawing in that plane there, but it's recognized it's sheet metal from that parameters. So I'm going to put in a sketch line of along there, if I can find, where are we, there we are, and then let's have that at 16 millimeters, and you notice that it's already defined itself apart from its length. So do that 16. Now it's important that that is on the outside, you'll see why in a second, and not on that inside area there, although you can change it about, as I'll show you. So now we've got that there, and that's at 16 mils, and it's on the outside of that vertex. Now we now want to put in what we call a mitre flange. So you can either go to insert sheet metal again, or go to sheet metal, and you'll see the highlight there, mitre flange. SolidWorks is brilliant because it just, just hover over and it tells you what you're going to do really. And look, automatically it's already sort of put in the flange distance there for me, and it's gone to my sort of default. But I want to pick up some other edges and to make sure that everything is correct. So flange position, this is what I said, it's important that it is actually, you pick the right line, but you can change it. That's on the inside of the line we've drawn. If I had drawn it on the other one, I could have gone there, and that then goes on the outside, and then that comes inbound. So it's just important that you make sure that it is in the right right area. The one thing we are doing here is actually using gauge tables, so just take that out, use gauge tables of 3mm, and start end offsets 0. But what I want to do now is to go and pick the other areas that I want the flange to look at. So just make sure you've got the same figures as I have in that table. So I'm going to pick on that line there, and look, automatically it has started to pick up on the flange details that I've got there. And also notice that that has actually gone inbound. So I'm just double checking I've got the right one. So it's come inbound, so it's actually bent that in to those points there, as you can see. So what I'm going to do now is, well, and also what you'll notice is if I just come out of this, I'll just double check that we've got this. If you look at your design tree, you'll see you've got actually what they call a cut list on there. So these are different things that anyone actually makes this knows the sort of direction and what is involved for you doing what you're doing. What I'm going to add now is on this side, I'm going to put in an edge flange, and that's different. Well, it is different from the mitre flange on there. So if I go up to my sheet metal thing, I go to edge flange, and it's already asking me to pick an edge. So again, like this, I'm going to pick that out there, and you notice straight away it's put it in, but it's going in the wrong direction. So I just take that over there, and I'm going to put that in somewhere probably about 20mm on there, just a click. So I've actually got what I want to look at. Okay, I've actually done this on the wrong side, but it doesn't actually matter for now because this is demo. I should have that on that side, but I could actually change this. So I just clear selection on that, and I go to the side I want, because what I should be looking at that in that orientation. So let's just go in. I probably had it on the right one. There we go. And again, like I said, I can pick that up, take it away, or pull it where I want to. So for the moment, I want that to be round about 20. Okay, I want it blind, and down here, the parameters for the flange length actually will be 30 at the end of the day. So just put in 30, save time later on. And what you'll notice here this time, I've actually got the flange outside and not inside. So if I click that, see how it goes? Well, it doesn't really go in. It's probably because we have that there position. I'm just wondering if I should actually change that. That's fair. Let's just see if I can. No, I'm going to leave that. It's 10mm out, which is a little bit too. That's that 10mm there. Let's just see if I put in 0, see what happens. So yes, it comes in board then. And if I just change that to there, that goes outside, so it goes back to my 10 on that. I want that there for now. So it doesn't really matter at the moment, it's just showing the principle of how to position flanges. So I'm okay with that, but I need to change. I don't want it all that length. I actually want to change to actually change that profile. There's a little button here saying edit flange profile, and you'll see if I just move that out of the way, it's actually created that sketch for me. So go to Smart Dimensions. Total distance of that is 16. Okay, let's do that at 25. 25. Oh, something happened there. What happened there? I missed that. Let's try and change that again. It's just double click. The dimension selected is a driven dimension. Okay, I don't know why that's come in, but that shouldn't be there. Let's just escape. Let's see if I can delete it. Yeah, it's probably because let's just take that one off for a minute. Just can I bring that down? Yes, I can. So do that one first. Let's go to Smart Dimension. Let's make that 25. Okay, and then let's make that 16. Okay, and then I need to put some fillets in here of radius 6 mil. So just change that to 6. And let's just do that one, that one, that one, that one. There's 6 mil, and up here sketches. The sketches is valid, so that's good. And I've done all that, so I can now finish. Okay, and that's just going to change that back in. So therefore, I've got my little tab there. I may have to come back in and edit that gauge to come back in to where it needs to go. As I say on that, I'll come back to that in a minute. Now you've done that one, I need to put one on this opposite side here. So again, same thing. Go to edge flange. I'm going to click on that outer one there, bring it this way. Okay, I'm then going to go into edit flange. Woohoo! And this time, okay, dimensions are, let's have a look at that one. So 16 again, the same, but I just want to move that up roughly to about there. And let's do Smart Dimension from that point to that point. That should be 32. Brilliant. And from that point to that point, I'll just put it over there for now, 25. Okay, let's define that again. So it really does matter where you put these. So let's just take that out for a minute. Let's just see if that will come down there. And let's just change that. Why I want it, let me change it. Let's try and change again. Let's go. Let's just delete it for now. And Smart Dimension again. Let's do that. It's probably because I was doing that side, sorry. 25. And then let's put this one in here from there to there. And that should be, as I said before, 32. Brilliant. Okay, and then again this one down there, 16. Okay, and let's go to this here. 6 mil, and that one there, that one there. And I like that, so I do that and finish. Okay, now what you'll see there is these are probably sticking out a little bit too long. If I just press that to there. No, actually I'm quite happy with that at the moment. But I'm going to go back in. I'm going to edit that flange. So let's just see which flange. Let's do that one there. And it's the same as you would do. Go to edit feature. And I don't want that to take the offset off. That's better. Okay, what's that do? Okay, you see that's gone in there, which is how it was, but and there was a slight cut, so that's exactly what we wanted. And we do the same with this one. Let's just see if I can do it from there. Edit feature, and let's just take the offset from there. That's fantastic. So there I have got two pieces that are stuck in, and the last thing I need to do is put a flange boss in on that one there, or as some people call it. So this time I'm going to just do this as a normal sketch menu. So go to sketch, sketch. I'm going to go onto that surface, and I'm going to draw a circle about there. and that dimension is I forgot the dimension is. I think in terms it's 16. It is 16. Okay, just my notes, 16. Okay, and I need a measurement from there to there to get it in position, and that is 50 millimeters. Okay, and then what I will do is go to my sheet metal again and go this time. Actually, it's not there. It is there, sorry. That one there, and you'll notice it picks up in it automatically and extrudes it to the exact depth because I'm already using those tables, and merge result there. So I just need to give that a tick, and that's nearly it. That's that part there. So there's my little tab. I mean, this could be something like a computer casing, or as I say, it could be packaging or whatever from it. So what I want to do now is use my fold flat button or unfold button on that way, and that's quite easy to use. I'm just going to sorry, I'm yawning. I shouldn't be yawning. Yawning at my own work. God, that is bad. I go to unfold, and it's asked me for the fixed face, so this time I'm actually going to use that base, and there's a nice little key here. It's just, you don't have to do it all in one go. I'm just going to collect all bends. Okay, give it a green tick, and you'll notice in a couple of seconds I now have my net that I require, which I showed you before on that. And as I said before, I can then save that out as a DXF file. I don't know if you've done DXF saved out before. I'll just demonstrate that. Go file, save as, because you can actually edit bits and pieces. If I just change that to DXF, that one there, and you'll see options on here. Okay, and what I suggest you do when the options come up is, that is fine, and version R12, you're probably on R I don't know, 19. I don't know what else they've got on here at the moment. Yeah, there, I would go for the lowest one possible because you never know what people are working with. So R12 on there. I'd also look at document properties just to make sure you're ISO millimeters. And one thing I do want you to look at, and I just can't see it for looking at it here, it's just got display, it's not display performance. Yeah, curvature generation. Now sometimes on here, if that's way low, all your curves will be faceted. You want to put that up probably as much as you can. That is probably just about right. Let's just see what else we've got here. No, I'll show you something else later on the actual. Let's have a quick look at that one. No. Okay, performance there. It's the one you get up with the circle on that. There's assemblies, external references, default templates, files. No. There's other bits here. Spin box. There is a way. I'll show you in a second. Let me just look increments. That's in inch or every 10 millimeters. So that's when you spin something around, it will go in 10 mils. You can change all sorts in here. It depends how you really want to work. But always remember, what you change, you can actually change back. Either through resets. We're just going to OK that for a moment. Okay. So save that as a DXF. So if I go to save, you'll get a dialog box up, and it should have a picture of the DXF. It's asking me if I do that. It is sheet metal. And geometry, so single file. Let's just see what it does. And is there going to be a box? So it does, yeah, just OK that. And has it saved my file? Yes, okay. This is the. So what you'll notice here is that it's actually got the, like, it's only got the outside profile on there, because sometimes you can go in and go remove entities, and you can click. Well, you can click on bits and then remove entities to do it. So sometimes lines. So if you're doing it with laser cutter, then you would want to move lines. But also you might want to put certain fold lines in and actually just score the edges from it. Let me just cancel that, just see if I can come back in and do this once more. Let's just see, let's just faces, loops, annotation, views. Let's see if that makes any changes. Let's just pull the window over that. Let's see if that does that for us. So it's just about playing with bits and pieces. Let's just see if it comes in. Yes, there you go. So what you can do, I mean, it's lost those corners there, so you'd have to experiment a little bit for it, or you could draw those in if you bring it into AutoCAD or something later on. It's just a bit difficult. If you hold your wheel mouse key, you can pull it about, not the buttons on that one. Just cancel that. I just don't think let's have a look. Annotation views. Let's do current view. Let's see what that does. That's what you normally use when you do 3D models. Let's just OK that. See if it brings the circle in as well. Yes, that's got everything for us now. So I suggest you do what I just did there. So go to annotation views. The sheet metal is fine, but that's where you go. So let's just give that a green tick. Let's cancel. It just cancel all that for now. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go to the fold button, fold up, and just collect all bends again. It's just the opposite to what you did. And there we go. You've got your box back in there. So save that, because we are going to do some more on it. I can probably give you a sheet for different, anyone who's interested, some different sheets for relief types for it, and see where we go from there. So if you come back, I'll do another video for this, just to add some additional features in there for now.